Greetings to all you beautiful people out there. Long time no see. I skipped few patches during this fall and early winter because I didn't feel like there was that much to talk about anything. I mean, yeah, we got some improvements, we got some new fun stuff like bicycles, which are, well, they were promoted as a silent way to enter compound, and to be honest, they are quite loud. Okay, you are louder with vehicles like cars and motorcycles and that such, but at least with those you can do the silent pull on the compound instead of bicycle, which rattles all the time. Okay, you can stuff it inside your backpack, all that stuff, it's fun, but it's an example of what we got. We got some new nice additions, but there wasn't that much to hype about anything. But this time we do have something to talk about, and first of all, let's make it clear. PUBG is finally coming to free-to-play model. Something we've been waiting for a long time as a community, because it's the basically last resort for us to get actual players to the servers in huge amounts. I mean, yeah, PUBG is still doing great. It's still one of the most played games in Steam, and well, after the announcement of free-to-play coming next week, there has been a huge increase in players already, which is, I think it's great to see so much going on, and even in growing numbers. But let's see what else is coming on the 15.2 patch. So, first of all, it's free to play, and the server maintenance will be from Monday to Wednesday, so you can't play during that time because all the servers are down, so they are doing huge stuff behind the scenes, and hopefully it'll be done on time, so we will be able to play early in Wednesday. But as usual, these things tend to prolong, especially now that there's such a huge patch coming, so be prepared to wait on Wednesday for the announcement that servers are up. So don't mark it on your alarm clock that now's the time to go and play. But let's see what else comes. I have been able to hop into the PTS this time to try stuff out. I haven't had time to try all these features as much as I would have wanted, but from what I have experienced already, these are quite game-changing. I mean, like the tactical gear, drone. It lets you scout around areas. There's limit to the length that it can go, 300 meters of operational distance, but it's a lot in the maps, and it can also pick up stuff from the ground. Be prepared, it will take your primary weapon slot, so if you're going for a scout build, you will need to sacrifice your other gun. That means that if you have a weapon in slot 1, the drone will take the slot 2, so you can't have your usual barrel and SLR combo, but you need to figure out what is the one weapon you can survive with while utilizing the benefits of the drone. And for me, currently there are a couple of weapons that I've found to be doable. One of them is of course the P90, because it just does the job for close range and long range. But of course there's natural problem with that it's inside a crate. So I could go with MP5K, but it's available only on a couple of maps. So from the SMG class, I would recommend UMP. Focus your learning on that. I mean, after the latest patches, UMP is really viable weapon. You stick 3x scope in there, you put what was the name? The red dot for the side. Honestly, I forgot what was that called, but anyhow, the additional small red dot, you can now attach it to the side so you can use it when you're pushing compound, and for the 100 to 200 meter range, you can easily spray UMP with a 3x scope. So it's really good weapon for that. Another alternative comes from the AR class, assault rifle. I would say M4 definitely, because you can attach long scope to it and it's usable to long ranges, and you can also attach that small red dot on side so you can push. Another one from AR class would be Mutant. This one requires you to click rapidly or use the 2 bullet burst, which I don't like. I like to click myself, but it's really raising its head on the Scout class, also with Medic class. And from DMRs, I would recommend SKS, because you can attach a grip to there. Vertical grip attached to SKS is really great for close range, and even though there has been some nerfs lately for DMRs, so sniper rifles could get their spot better on long range combat, still SKS, SLR, all those are viable to a certain point. And when you're considering a situation that you can only have one weapon, you need to decide whether you want to spam click your left mouse button for rapid fire in close quarters, or would you preferably have a lesser range but full auto. So yeah, those are my weapons that I like, at least currently. There's a lot for you to learn about the key bindings, flying, etc. for the drone. It's basically really simple. You just equip it, you switch to that weapon slot and start moving. You will learn it quickly because it's basically kind of like the swimming action also. The EMT gear is also another really interesting addition because, well, it holds 2 stacks of bandages, 10 bandages, which is nice addition. It will of course consume the primary weapon slot just as the drone does. And here are the main points. Passive benefits with EMT gear. If you're holding it in your hand or you have it stuck away, it will only take 3 seconds to use healing items such as bandages, first aids and medkits. That's quick. 3 seconds to revive a knocked teammate, which is great. Players can walk much faster when using healing items, so you don't need to just move like a snail. Instead, you can move much faster. And also bandages and first aid kits will make you heal up to 100%, which is also really great. And medkits will give you full boost, which is really nice addition also. Think about you got knocked, Your medic comes to revive you in 3 seconds. You use the medkit, your full health and full boost at that point. That's amazing. Then there's you can heal others and all that sort of stuff. It's really good addition. It's something that you honestly can sacrifice your primary weapon slot. I have heard a few players complain about why it has to be primary weapon slot. Why couldn't it be like pistol slot or something like that? But it wouldn't be that much sacrifice to you. So it would be such an easy task just to pick it up. Now you need to think about if you're going to commit to that role that you have. And I think that's great. There are a lot of other games doing that same thing. There have been like 20 years games doing that same thing, that you need to decide a role that will limit you in some way, but also benefit the whole team. So I think that's really, really great. Then, as the servers open to vast amounts of new players, they have made new modes, tutorials. There's basic training mode, which will guide you through movement, crouching, gun control, looting, throwing grenades, all that stuff. And I recommend you do that. Either if you're a whole new player for the servers, or if last time you've played was like 2 years ago or such, take it. It won't take that long, and it will get you up and running with the basic elements of the game. It's really useful, and I did it on the PTS, and I think it's really good addition, something that should have been there long time. Another mode they added was AI training match. These are limited to 10 matches per player, which means that after the 10 matches you're done. You can't go back to AI training, but there shouldn't be either need for you for that. And especially if you're a new player, or if it's been really long time since you last played PUBG and you didn't even play that much back then, I recommend trying, because this is easy way for you to get a grasp of how everything works now. Like, there are players that haven't even used the vault mechanic that came like way back years ago. So this is good safe place for you to start training, because the bots, even though they can hurt you, they won't offer that much difficulty for you. I did one match of AI training, and well, I got a chicken dinner, 27 kills, so they are easy. I would have gotten more kills if I would have just seen more bots. There was like 2 bots that actually got to hurt me, and those were just times that I just pushed between 2 bots fighting and such. So they are easy, but it lets you practice the elements of the game, and I recommend that before going to public servers, because those have quite huge skill cap waiting for you. Because, well, there's like something like 250, 100,000 active players still going on, and those are the ones that have been playing this game a lot, and those are the main boss for you. If we get the player count to up like 1 million, which is huge numbers, haven't seen that since the days before Sanok, I guess. It's gonna mean every 4th will be the one to wipe the server, basically, of the newbies, before the new players get the grasp of the game. So there's gonna be a skill cap. Even if you're familiar with FPS games, the mechanics in PUBG are difficult to master. I mean, like, the recoil in weapons can be a bit of a surprise for many. At least it was for me when I first started PUBG. It took a long time before I started to manage recoil even on SMGs, let alone something like barrel, which is really demanding. So use these, I recommend. When you're familiar with the mechanics, like after 5 games or such, then you can go and start grinding the public servers. And also there's still the training mode available, which lets you just hop on in there and practice weapon control and all that. So you can just go to the tables, pick a weapon, pick some ammo, pick different parts for the weapon, different grips, all that. Do it. It's real good. I do it from time to time still, especially from at times that I realize I'm not shooting that well anymore. I go there, I take naked barrel, which means I don't equip it with compensator or anything. Level 3 backpack, and I stuff 7.26 ammunition, and I just shoot all the rounds. I just learn to control the worst recoil imaginable. After that, I'm fine again on the servers. So yeah, it's really good. Then, well, of course, to support and forgot the word once again, but anyway, to support you on your goal to finish the training missions, you got these tutorial missions. You get some jacket, pants, cap, shoes, all that if you complete this, and I recommend it because this is a good guideline what you need to do before going to public servers. And in addition, you get some nice clothes on side of the usual brown pants and white t-shirt and whatnot you get when you start the game as a new player. In training mode, there's also training helper, which is good addition because it lets you adjust your sensitivities, all that live, so you don't need to hop on into the settings menu, navigate to correct place and come back and think that okay, I need to adjust it 3 more bits and back to the lobby of settings and all that. No, you can just do it real time. But this applies only to training mode, so it's good for that. Also there's practice range. Before, the training mode had everyone just in same area, everyone was shooting at you when you were trying to focus just on practicing your aim and all that. So now there's practice range where you can practice your shooting in peace. So it's real nice. They have really worked for this patch. Background noise reduction, that also got improvement. Mortars are also now in training mode, which is good because those really need you to practice how to use them. So if you want to use mortars, go to practice mode before going to live servers to find one, because those are quite difficult. And then one thing that has been missing all this time, action queuing. Before, this means that before, when you, let's say you started to reload your weapon and someone comes and starts shooting at you, you needed to wait the reload animation to end to press the mouse 1 to shoot back, which meant you really needed to time that correctly. Now, during the reload animation, you can just stick your left mouse button down and wait for the animation to end, and it starts shooting straight away, which makes it so much easier. So much less things that you can actually screw up while in game. But, of course there's but. You need to set this active yourself. It's not on by default, so when you hop into the game, go to settings, go to the gameplay settings, navigate all the way down, and it's like third from bottom that it's advanced action queuing. Set that enabled and you're happy. Of course there's other stuff for you to also tweak there, like auto reload if you like that and everything like that. So take your time, go through the settings and yeah, just check what everything means. Winchester VSS both got improvements, both can be used with iron sights now, also with the scope attached. PGC feature got removed. Well, it was time for that because it has been long done. Cacao Friends and Christmas theme have been removed from Weekendy. It was fun addition, and the Christmas theme, especially around the castle, was really great. So I'm really waiting for next such theme to happen to some map. We'll see which will it be. Down but not out. When you're knocked down feature has also got some adjustment. Before there was 1 second animation when you died and fell to your knees. Now it's 1.5 seconds of invulnerability, which means you won't be that easy target to be flushed if you get knocked. Also the bleed out times have been lengthened, which is, I think it's good because it gives a bit more time for your friends to secure the situation before coming to heal you up, especially on the third knock. That was really quick. Now it's 30 seconds, so there's actually time. Even though your third time on the ground, your friends still get to save you without sacrificing everyone. There's also reduction to frag grenade damage. I think it's good because it has been so often that I get knocked down behind a cover and there's just grenade finishing me off, and that was it. And yeah, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I think they are doing really good things with this patch. But this I don't feel that much. When the screen ping marker initially came, it was like this. You could set it next to a window frame to indicate your friends that, hey, there's enemy over there. And it was just too powerful. Players like Shroud, Choco Taco, all those, they just... it felt like abusing the system because it made it so much easier for you to just indicate that window. And this feature was quickly removed. They made it so that when there's the compass wheel on top of the screen, it just indicates the direction overall, and I think that was good. Of course, some sort of indication like this has been needed, but Currently, that marker is the same marker you use for the map. So if you mark your spot where you're gonna land, you will see it on the map, and also while gliding towards town, it will indicate you that, okay, there's your marker. This is fine by me, but after you have landed, I think it would need to vanish from the map, from the in-game visibility, and be separate from the map marker. There should be like something like it would stay there, available for your eyesight if you have a line of sight for something like a second. So when you're shooting the same building and your friend is unsure where the enemy is, or when you're in woods and you try to tell him it's the 5th tree from the right, it's always such a mess, you could indicate in that 1 second time frame that there he is, the enemy, and then there would be a 3-second cooldown or something like that, so you wouldn't be able to spam it. That would balance it out so much more. It would still give you easy way to pinpoint enemies, but it would be more balanced. So I'm really hoping that will happen. We'll see. And of course, this won't be available in ranked or esports modes, so it's only for the public servers. If you're new to the game, now that the game goes free to play, it allows you to play on public servers. You won't be able to come to ranked match. For that, you need to buy the PUBG Plus, or what was it called, so that you get to play in ranked mode also. And I think it's good. It's kind of like the same that Counter-Strike Global Operations did with Global Offensive, CSGO. It's kind of like the same that they did with a free-to-play model, and it's working. It's good. Then there's some improvements for minimap, and yeah, mainly this is great news. It just makes it so much easier to pinpoint that, oh, that's that high and difficult terrain compared to like this. So yeah, it makes the map more easy to read, and it will also apply to the world map, the one that you open with your map key, usually M on computers. Also that goes to more detail. And there's one problem. Weekend. Because there's, especially in the northern parts of Weekend, there's snow, which is white, and the dark brown terrain, which is dark, so there's huge contrast initially already, and now it's bumped up to like 11, so it's really difficult to read the map. So I'm hoping they will smoothen out the map a bit, just to make it more readable, like more fuzz on the edges of the white or something like that, which would make it more readable. But all in all, I say this is great news, this new map. Also the lobby got renewed. This reminds now a lot more the same lobby that's used in PUBG Mobile and PUBG New State. Bit more modern visuals, modern navigation, all that. I like it. Only complaint about the new lobby is that when you have a back button, like you go to read the news and there's back button, it's down left. Why? Well, I still use mainly ESC for the back, but it just annoys me because I think it's here, or even here would be fine, but far left, no, I don't like it. But it's a minor complaint, so all in all, really good addition, especially with the quick menu for you to adjust. Will you be playing third person? Will you be playing first person? If there's like 3 of you playing here, will it be 3-man squad or will you be joined by a random player? And also the map selection. And this one's a bit interesting. On public test servers, there's only quick join available, so I can't confirm anything yet, but we have 5 maps now in rotation. And when you look at this map selector, there's quick join. I think there might be the public training matches casual mode, yeah, that you can play 3 matches, which will be mainly bots and few other human players in there, which is nice. If you need a break from the sweating on the public servers or have just been on break with PUBG for like a couple of weeks and don't want to go to full out AI training, that's a good place to start. Get your places warmed up. But then when we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which would indicate map selection, which was removed earlier. So I'm really interested about this one, because that would mean I could actually go and play Weekendy whenever I want to play Weekendy, which is a lot of times, especially when I'm soloing. I just love that map, and unfortunately it's a map that will be removed from the game by with the map cycle that's going on. So there's only so much time for me to play that before it will be a couple of months aside and then coming back, of course, but still for that time I will be missing it. So I'm really hoping this would be map selection. Then these are the ones that you need to know. These are notifications. It will tell you if there's some limited time item in your possession that you have been using that got expired, and general, all in all, good information. Then there's the news. If you wanna stay on top of things, this will show you what's going on, what's trending around the PUBG currently. Like if there's coming some showcase matches with the community or anything like that. And this one, this is where all your free missions are stored away, which means that, for example, those training missions we discussed about earlier, those you can find over there. So always check. If there's a link over here, check it. Check what's under there. Store, well, that's a place where you can buy new cosmetic skins. Match history improvements. So this screen got better, which is nice because, well, now it's more visual. It tells you even more stuff you want to know straight away. Then there's ranked SMS authentication system for PC players. So if you're gonna pay for the game to be able to play ranked matches, this is something for you to know. They require SMS authentication. There's new settings for the weapons. You can change these all in the settings menu, but by default, default firing mode for handguns, SMGs and ARs will be full auto, and you can switch if you like to have your Glock on semi-automatic, for example. You can change this so it will be always semi-automatic when you pick it up, and auto-reload, which is the feature that when your clip runs empty, it will start the reload animation straight away. That's a really good feature, and for some reason I have just accustomed so much to the old ways that I have it disabled. I like to just reload my weapon manually, and I don't see any use in that, but it was confusing me to try to enable this, so I've sticked it to disabled. The new lobby theme, I think it's fun. It starts with really dark visuals before the hatch behind here opens. Then you get light here and you can actually see your character. WSUS, the scrapbroker place, that got some improvements. There are some known small issues about the team invite message and a lot of bug fixes, which is great. This will so much help it. Like, fix the issue of crashes occurring when spectating players with animated nameplates equipped. Those are a thing now. Many players have started using them, and if you were spectating your teammate that had such, it could crash your game. It's like, come on. So yeah, they are actively doing all these patches. And there's also some clipping issues fixed for skins and all that. And all in all, I think this is really great patch. I really hope that they get to fix one, I would say, major bug. You can't attach C4 to drone because it would be way too easy to wipe out a compound. Just take out your drone, throw a C4 there, fly to enemy base, and yeah, wipe it. But you can now, so they need to fix it. There was also, if I remember right, there was also a bug including bicycles and C4, like something like you could attach C4 to your bicycle and fold your bicycle inside your backpack with the C4, which was like, ooh, that's not good. But yeah, these are things they usually fix, and currently the patch 15.2 is only available in public test servers, so I'm counting on them to fix that issue before they throw the patch live. But yeah, that's the new patch, and I think this is great news, all in all. So I'm hyped, I'm really waiting for the Wednesday to come, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you on the servers on Wednesday. And excuse me, now I need to go play for the last night before the patch starts, so see you on the servers.